From we reach by the gate, we parted. We done start the party. It's pure canal, and it's uptown party. Out of downtown vibe, and it's uptown party. Out of downtown vibe. It's the same canal, same pretty girl, same on a wave, same misbehave, and it's uptown party. Out of downtown vibe, and we shouting da 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 da
WEFM, the new fresh sound.
WhatsApp us or call us at 457-9997. Activated Mornings on WEFM 99.9 is on now.
And time here in SVG, it is 9:26, 9:27. All right. So we are back with you for another segment of our Activated Mornings program here on WEFM. In studio, it's Dianna, Cain, and myself, Roleza Samuel. And as I mentioned earlier, Nicole is a bit under the weather, which is why she was unable to join us this morning. All right. And Dianna is also trying to make me under the weather, but she is not going to succeed. I'm telling you, she's not.
Y'all believe that?
All right, so this is the Talk to Us segment, and it is, of course, an open forum for you as listeners to engage us in conversation. It could be with regards to a topic that we touched on earlier this morning, or if you want to propose your brand new topic. Sometimes the random topics are also the fun topics, right? So we see that Kojo is calling. So let's hear from Kojo. Kojo, morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Oh my God, I can't believe I wake up for that talking point. That lady never gave nobody a chance to ask a question.
Who, Lavon?
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
What do you mean? No, you mean as in, you mean from listeners?
Yeah, nobody, I hear you fighting hard to get a question in. She talking point and she wasn't giving nobody no chance.
Okay. So let me just be fair to her though. When she called, it wasn't necessarily like a scheduled interview. It was just because of the points that we had raised. Wait, Kojo. I know, Kojo. Hold on. Which was also why we did not necessarily take calls from listeners.
No, I'm not even talking call from listeners. I'm talking about you. You didn't get anything in.
I mean, politicians do it as well too, you know. Politicians on both sides do it too. They have a way. No, but Kojo, Kojo, I'm not. I am not defending. Yeah, but Kojo,
I hear you ask a question and you can't get no question in.
No, but I did get questions in. But the point that I was going to make is that it's also another thing that I noticed that many politicians, so even in interviews that we've had here, where we ask a question and rather than let's say get into the substance of it, many times they ramble on for a good while. So it's not necessarily just her. I mean, I did get to ask the questions that I had in mind to ask her, but it's a tactic that is used by many.
Because I want to ask her, where in this world you could go into government and in 2 months use a well-oiled machine getting everything done like that. I don't care which party go into office. That's why most countries in the world, every politician, every party, they have to call the first 100 days, not the first 60 days.
Well, okay, so right. So my thing is, she did at the end say that she would like to be invited to be on the program so we can have a schedule of a formal interview with her, and of course, listeners will be able to ask their questions, right?
Relisha,
Kojo,
you have to call in for this discussion, because let me tell you something. There's no way, unless you know where the money is, and the money is there already, that you could go and make them promises that you're going to cut this, cut VAT because VAT is bringing in money to the people in the country. You're going to raise money for, I don't want to say thing, public assistance. You're going to give them double money. You're going to give people money for this, give money for this.
Well, and this is, but right, and you see that I did ask the question, where's the money coming from? And it sounds as if, well,
she never answered.
Well, the way in which she, okay, I'll leave it. But there's a way in which she answered it, which could probably work in favor of the government. But I will leave it because I picked up something in between.
She never answered the question. And unless you know that there's money in the copper, I hear you trying to get that question asked, and she never answered that question. Because when she says this is going to happen, this is going to happen, you ask her how you know that the money is there to do it. And she never answered that question. Because if you say that this government is bad in spending and doing all kind of things, and you're going to take over from this government, and in 60 days, you could do all we say you're doing, that means you know money is in the coffers.
Well, one point that she made was that money is being bad spent in certain areas, so it's going to be redirected. Right? So that was one answer that she gave.
And where the money is being bad spent, that's the problem. Is it bad spent by the hospital?
So when they go in and they look at actually where things are, then they redirect.
Roleza, it's going to take you about 2 months for you to figure out what's going on in a system. You can't just walk. How long it took you to actually take charge of the program that you're doing right now? Did you walk in the front day one and take charge?
Well, no, but I kind of knew what I was doing within 60 days, though.
Yeah, but somebody had to hold a hand, right?
True, but still.
Okay, but let's not say
they're still saying 60 days.
Listen what I'm saying. Your program is far less than a governmental program. There's so many tentacles, so many things going on. You can't go in 60 days and master that thing so you could nah.
Kojo.
And people have to listen to this. Right now, America Trump been in power. He's still signing executive orders because he can't get the Congress and the Senate to do things. Look, the American government shut down right now because they can't talk to each other. People must understand these things. It ain't just take one person. Unless it's a dictatorship where you're just going and signing executive orders and slash this and slash that, you can't get everything done in 60 days. I'm guarantee you that.
All right. So for you, what the NDP has proposed is, are you going to use the word? All right. So, okay. So we're going to leave it there. All right, Kojo. All right. We're going to leave it there. Okay. All right. All righty. Good morning, Anita.
Good morning, Roleza. It's Friday.
Praise Jesus.
Sit down day. And Sunday is all kind of day, and Monday is back on the grinding stuff. Dianna, take Lisa's advice and get on some bush before that thing takes set, okay? Now, Roleza, I name you. If you, Alexa, volume down. Alexa, mommy at work. If you would go back to that tape this morning, Roleza, you would see what Kojo is talking about here. I was going to call before him because actually I made a call to somebody during the session. And I said, is this a monologue or is it an interaction? I said, Roleza cannot get a word in. Roleza, do Anta a favor. Go back and listen to that tape, how many times you tried. I'm not talking about interaction with people. Let me ask. And she just keep going on, would not even give, you couldn't even
But Anita, okay.
Yes.
I'm hearing both you and Kojo, right? But talk the honest truth. Whenever a politician, and I'm not looking at the PRO in this case, PRO of a party or whoever, and whenever many politicians are asked questions, how many times have we seen them either deflect their response or ramble on?
Yeah. Yes.
So it is a tactic that is used by many.
Roleza, I want you to really go back. Yeah, I have listened to politician rattle on, and you will get a word in, but it not even one time. It was several times. And during that, I'm telling you,
Anita.
I made a call and I'm gonna call him.
Anita.
I said, I just want to know if I'm wrong.
Anita.
You understand?
Anita.
Yes.
We did an interview not too long ago where it's the same thing that happened.
I know, but listen to me. We had this discussion some days ago with Mr. Facts. When I talked to you, and you said that you would not stand that you cannot get a word in anymore if somebody doesn't want to listen. And well, in my own words, to interact with you. That was discussed in this morning. I'm to listen to. I'm not talking about callers calling. I am talking on your behalf. You go back and listen. It didn't sound right, honestly. So Coach is right. I'm sorry I didn't get in before him, but I made a call during the session. You listened to it, Rosie, and you said, and here, I don't talk about NDP. You ever hear me calling and diss anybody? Because here, you know what my motto is? Many of my best friends are NDP. I don't argue politics and religion. I discuss them. But here, what happened? If NDP people didn't turn into a one, we would not have been in government. So I thank them. I do this them. You understand? I'm serious. I said it many times. First time on the radio. Yes, if NDP didn't turn, we couldn't be in government. We didn't have enough ULCP supporters to come in. You understand? And they had 25 years. I'll get off now. I know time is gone. They had 25 years in opposition. They should have been ready pronto. Now, when Ralph Conserve was in opposition with 3 of them in parliament, himself, Sir Louis, and Sister Gorlin, and Comrade Julian, and somebody else, a senator. And they used to have all of them walking out, marching behind each other inside parliament. And he had all those years to picture himself, sit down and think what he wanted to do for St. Vincent. That is why he was able to do project after project. And lastly, Roleza, they're talking about borrowing money. If you're going to build a house, Roleza, and you're thinking about borrowing the money to build it, you know, you sit down and plan and say, well, you know what, I have a loan to pay. I should have at least 3 months loan in the bank in case I get sick, God forbid, in case I lost my job. But they don't have any plans. They don't. And as I said, it's just reality. Gonzalez sit down and he planned, and every project that he had in his manifesto has come to fruition. And here, as I said, you know, some of my best friends are NDP. I don't keep malice over politics. It is just true. My first vote was for Labour release, and it would be the last. So here, I don't care who you guys support. I am just talking the policy this morning. It could have been any of my politicians. I would have said the same thing. It didn't sound right. Sweetheart, I didn't take it to task.
No. I'm not taking it personally. Yes.
Okay, that's why I tell you, you go back and listen, and you would see how hard you were fighting to get a question in, and she just rattle on. And it didn't work for not even the Prime Minister, who is my personal friend and I love dearly. That is not right. It didn't sound right for listeners. Have a good weekend, Dianna. Promise me you're gonna come back Monday properly, okay?
Yes.
Get on the bush as soon as you go home, okay?
I've been
All
drinking
right,
some
guys.
trumpet bush in the meantime, you know, yeah.
Yeah, yes, and the soursop too. Yes.
You need to go cannabis festival.
Me, I tell you, I live on the bush, girl. That is what keeping me with my diabetes for 46 years. I just finished my soursop day. And when I finish, I just take the leaf and rub my eyes. Yes. All right, girls, you have a good weekend.
Right.
It's Friday.
All right. Thanks, Anita. Have a good one.
You guys have a good one.
Take care. Okay, bye-bye. All right. Any thoughts for you? I have thoughts. I got some of my thoughts after, but any thoughts from you?
Not really, and I just want to say, you know, we were discussing this morning the fact that the NDP has these plans that they say they're going to put in place within 2 months. And we also talk about them being in opposition for 25 years. So I think I put 2 and 2 together now, and I have the answer. So they've been in opposition for over 20 something years, and they're ready. So we're here worrying that, how are they going to get things in 2 months? But the 25 years that they've been in opposition, they've been planning, and that's why they are now able to tell us, within 2 months, we're gonna give this to you. So they were using the time wise. They were taking.
This is a serious statement, but if you are being sarcastic, because I need to show how to interpret it. All right, let's take the call from Bob. All right, before I conclude. Morning, Bob.
Hi, good morning.
Morning. How are you?
I'm good. Still on the job. Hey, I got on in time to listen to Kojo. Kojo is right, Anta is right, because you was trying to get something and you trying to stop her, but she keep going. She not ding, but I don't want to get into it, but Kojo is right, Anta is right. There's no way they can do such thing in 60 days. And again, politics is funny because I really try to give up on politics because when Donald Trump win, ain't nobody did expect he would have win, because I myself didn't tell myself, well, man, let them go on, say what they said and whatever. And I was surprised to know. So it ain't surprised to know that if NDP win this time, but I don't see no leader. I don't know who gonna be the leader because Friday not ready, Lakeout not ready, Stone Church not ready. I don't see who they have to lead, who they have to go out and look for funds to do this and do that, to pay for this, pay for that, what they're talking about. So I don't know how they're gonna make it. So these are some empty promises. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Bob. All right. So let me just touch on this, right?
Let me before you go. Sorry, let me point this is my final thing, and to answer the previous thing before I'm being sarcastically serious. So I think everybody is correct here. The callers are saying that you were not able to get in a question this morning. You were able to get in questions. There were times when you were trying to ask questions and Lavon was going on. So that is true. But it is also true that politicians do this all the time. All the time. So I think two things can be true at the same time, which is you did have some difficulty getting in some questions this morning. And this is something that politicians do all the time. And I rest my case.
All right. So I'm picking up your case. So I will be extremely honest, right? Whenever it is that we have a lot of these interviews, especially with the politicians, we come prepared with questions, right? I try to at least have 10 questions. I'm not sure how much Dianna does organize, but I try to have at least 10 questions organized. There are times when, because they are our guests, right? It is difficult for us to be interjecting and to be asking questions all the time because of the fact that we have asked them a question. And it is kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not correct to be constantly interjecting, to be constantly asking. There are many times when persons say things. Mm-hmm. Anybody who has been listening to me for the past 2 years know that I'm always full of questions, right? You can make a point and I am ready to jump on it with whatever question that I might have. Whenever I have the questions, I would make a note of it to try to get back to it. But when interviewing politicians in particular, you might ask a question and there are times when they are going on and some find yourself in the middle of it trying to remember what was the question that I even asked in the first place, right? Now, the thing of it is that it is, I believe, sometimes a tactic. I'm not into politics in that way in terms of how it is they go about responding to questions and giving speeches, etc. But I don't know if it's a tactic. And I recognize that it may have been a tactic that Laverne used this morning by saying her point, reinforcing her point, because she has a particular messaging for us, right? Messaging for us as the listeners. Mm-hmm. She has a particular narrative that she has to try to say and to reinforce. So I understand where persons are coming from in terms of, yes, I was trying to interject. I did get to ask my questions, right? Were my questions answered in the way in which that I wanted to? No. Did I want to interject further? Yes. But the point is that whenever it is that when we are interviewing persons, we also have to be respectful because we're not here to make people look bad and to make them look stupid, right? Mm-hmm. This is why on many occasions we say, well, we're going to invite you back. So whatever questions we had the first time around, we will try to get back in another session. But It is a tactic that is used on both sides. We have to be honest, it's a tactic that's used on both sides. Both sets of politicians or both sets of advocates for parties are guilty of the same thing. All right. So
learn from them. Learn to use that strategy to
no,
answer
don't learn
questions.
to use that strategy because it's
To
annoying.
answer question.
No, it is annoying.
You see, the thing about it is, it's annoying when you're asking somebody a question and they're answering you like that because you don't want that answer. But if you have the power to do that, then you're great because now you have a strategy to use to answer questions without answering questions that you really want to answer.
What? Okay. Oh, you mean it not wanting to? No,
in
but
general,
to me, you are going to lose me as an individual when it is I ask you a question and you don't get to the answer sufficiently.
We don't want
enough.
it when we're asking the politicians important questions and all that. We don't want them to answer like that. So I'm saying no, we don't want you to answer like that in that case. But knowing how to answer questions like I don't know, I take it now.
You mean to be evasive
in general to answer questions without answering the question.
But then that's wasting time.
I still like this strategy. Just don't use it on me.
All right. Dianna and I are going to not agree to agree, or however that we're going to phrase that today. All right, we might have to pick this up another time, but yeah, it is. Let's call a spade a spade. It's on both sides, okay? And with that, we are heading on out of this segment and straight into today's Community Dateline.